Good afternoon, everyone. My name is R. Joshua Reynolds, and I am your communications specialist here at the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation. And I would like to welcome you to today's edition of Webinar Wednesdays. And today I have a great guest facilitator. Her name is Claudia Marin. She is a career consultant here at the Prince George's One Stop Career Center located in Largo, Maryland. And before we get started, I'm just going to give you a little housekeeping. Turn your volume all the way up so that you can hear everything that's going on. And secondly, if you have any questions for Ms. Marin, feel free to ask your questions, but you can use the chat function on the YouTube page that's in the top right corner of the YouTube page to ask any questions that you may have. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome you to Meet Your Consultants to learn more about the different resources as well as the type of folks that you can meet with here at the Prince George's One Stop Career Center to help you jumpstart your career here in the county. And I turn it over to Ms. Marin.
Good afternoon. So the Prince George's One Stop Career Center. So are you new to the One Stop Career Center? We want to get to know your career consultants. We make referrals to great partner programs such as Job Services, Veteran Services, Department of Rehabilitation Services, Job Corps, and Youth Services. But aside from making those partnerships, we do the best that we can to take really good care of you. Our hours of operations are Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Fridays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. No, we don't go home. At 2 p.m., we prep the next week to have all the resources and everything ready for you. So who do we serve and work with, you may ask? So we have staff such as information specialists, career consultants, and partner agencies, and we serve the job seekers, unemployed, underemployed adults, dislocated worker, and youth. We have staff that are business consultants, and they work with businesses seeking new employees, skilled employees, or upgrading the skills of their existing workers. So can you see that you fit in one of those categories? If so, keep on staying focused with us. So available job services include job search and placement assistance. So we help, like, we're not going to place you in an organization, but we'll give you the tools so you can seek the right organization and basically you place yourself. We'll talk a little bit more about that up ahead. There are resume workshops, computer access. So if you don't have a computer at home or the printer's not working or the software spins and takes too long, we have computers in the center that are available to you. We have a fax machine so that you can send documents to your employers or receive documents from the employers. We have a copy machine, read to fine print, yes, up to 10 pages per day for employment-related documents such as a resume or other document copies that you need for the employer. No personal copies, guys. Access to a phone and space for a phone interview, but we must schedule this with the administrative staff beforehand. And access to a computer with a camera so that you can participate in Skype interviews. This is something that's becoming more and more popular with agencies that have their headquarters in other states. They say, okay, we understand you're going to work at our location in Prince George's County, but we're stationed in Utah, so we're going to host a Skype interview, unless you have the money to go take a little vacation. But that being said, you must schedule it with an administrative staff beforehand, and we'll have a quiet space with the computer, with the camera. Dress professional, look your best because they're seeing you. Available job seeker services continued. So we have resource materials and the computer lab. So what does that entail? Computer user workshops such as navigating the MWE system, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Flyers and materials for free training opportunities provided by our community partners and service providers. So there are agencies that pass by all the time and they say, hey, we have a new class starting next week. Do you have any candidates that need? And we'll put the flyers out. Of course, we don't endorse the agencies. It's up to you if they're an organization that you're interested in receiving training from, but it is available for you to look and take advantage of. Re-entry assistance for ex-offenders. We have a staff that are working with the federal bonding program, as well as re-entry career club events. So you're not alone if you've had one of those situations in the past that you faced. With re-entry club events, you can network and see what's working for some and what needs to be, what tweaks you have to make to how you're going out and seeking services. Then we have veteran services. We have dedicated staff that assist our veteran job seeker population. And what's interesting about that is that this staff, they're all veterans themselves. So they understand some of the challenges that you may be facing that maybe a civilian does not. We have a veteran-specific job fairs, and we have veteran-specific job service specialists. Again, they're going to do everything they can to assist you in finding the next employment opportunity or to transition from military to civilian, which is also something that faces its challenges, but with experienced people that know and have gone through that, they'll be able to assist. So our center setup, depending on the path you're going, it's going to vary. Customer Service Information Desk is where you can request language services. So if you are more comfortable with another language, we'll see what we can do to assist that. It might not be the same day, but we can make arrangements to see if it's another day. We assist with technology and resources with job seekers with disabilities. We do the best. We're in compliance with the American with Disabilities Act, so there's a TTY telephone unit. There's a voice recognition technology that converts spoken words to text. Braille information upon request with Zoom Text Plus, an adjustable computer and JAWS Brain software, so it assists you with job access with speech. So again, it's very important that we think of when we're going to need the services, because as much as we would like to, you're here today and you need the Braille information, we might not have it that day, but we will be able to make arrangements for the next couple of days to be able to have that and have the tools that you need and the resources. With regards to the team, we are a team. As career consultants, we work with each other. When one of the staff members is at another event, any one of the team members will do the best that we can to answer the questions or give you the resource or tool that you need. And we do everything we can for you, notice the underlying you, to be successful, because ultimately, the only person that can really make this work for you is you. The principal method for delivery of the program, information, and services is through a self-service environment. So we offer a professional environment in the resource areas with access to computers for registration and job search. We have research materials and computer labs where we host recruitment events. The employers come into the center and conduct on-the-site interviews in some cases, or they conduct information sessions. And this is important because there's some organizations that's a little, we say, oh, it's a challenge to get in there. You have to know someone. Actually, you just have to know the process. If you know what the requirements are and you meet all the requirements, there's no reason why you won't be the person for that job. So computer user workshops, again, such as navigating the MWE system. So a lot of people are familiar with other systems for their job search. I like the MWE system is because it's connected to our state, and you can see the employment opportunities. We have over 100,000 opportunities on the website, and there's 36,000 people registered. And of those 36,000 and some change people registered, like between 4,000 and 8,000 are searching. So there are a lot of opportunities per person. But if we don't know how to use the system or take advantage of all the tools, like there's a tool there where you can enter all your job skills. And these might not be listed on your resume, but then you do a search and say, I would like to search for employment opportunities that I match based on my job skills. And they'll give you a 100% match, 90% match. So all you have to do is ensure that your resume is connected to the job search with the titles and with things of the sort. But that's a tool that's an MWE that many people aren't aware of how to use it. So definitely that workshop is one of the resources. And then again, flyers and materials for free training opportunities provided by our community partners and service providers such as job fairs. A lot of organizations know that we're here and they come and let us know we're having a job fair in this community or that community. So we encourage people to join our team and work with our team to become more successful. So the Maryland Workforce Exchange, or MWE that we like to say for short, you can see the URL there. This is a site from the state of Maryland that allows anyone to gain access to information pertinent to jobs, connect to job banks, perform labor market research, and explore career opportunities and available training opportunities with people that have connected with the state of Maryland and informed them, hey, I'm here, this is available to me. So the Maryland Workforce Exchange, a great tool that we work with. This is also work as career consultants where we document all information, all the times that we meet with our customers. That's where we have our case notes and we write our visits, and we also write when people didn't show and when we reschedule, because we are held accountable. People want to know that we are taking care of the customers. So the Maryland Workforce Exchange website, depending on which side you're using, has a lot of tools that you can take advantage of. So as a recap of some of the on-site services included, we have career assessment tools, which we haven't really spoken about much, but we have, and we'll talk more in the upcoming few slides. We have some assessment tools that will assist you with, okay, I've been working in the administrative, or I've been working as an educator for so many years, and I think that I'm ready for the next thing, but I don't know what. So that's fair, because that happens to everyone, and then the industries are changing, and where do we go?
Right.
So with an assessment tool, and some of the questions are bizarre, such as laying bricks and creating a cure for diabetes and writing a play. You're like, what does that have to do with my job? But based on the algorithm connected to those questions, in the end, you'll get a printout from one of the tools, for example, of the different employment opportunities that you may be good at. So you may think, I'm not necessarily going to write a cure for a new disease. But if you're the type of person that would like that, that can show some of your character, that you're investigative, you like research. And these are all things that will be connected to employment opportunities. So supportive services referrals. So if you need assistance with regards to medical services, if you need food stamps or other type of social assistance, we don't do them particularly, but we work with the partners so that we can give you a referral, or we can give you a list of resources that you can take advantage of.
Awesome.
Labor market information, we're going to discuss a little bit more in a couple slides up, but it tells you where the labor is moving. So for example, CDL is growing, commercial vehicle drivers, it's growing at an 11% in our state. So nationwide is growing 6 to 8%, but in our state 11, so we're above the nation. So there are a lot of opportunities for CDL drivers in our state.
Oh, wow.
So that's something to take advantage of how labor market impacts you. So if you have to decide with, I want to take a CDL course versus I want to take a landscaping course, and the landscaping is growing at a 4%, that depends on the season, you may decide I'm going to do CDL. Recruitment fairs, we've talked a little bit about. We host them here and we host them outside as well. We'll go to different centers in different environments and assist the customers in those communities. Job training and tuition assistance based on assessments, funding, and eligibility. So there is some money available if you meet the guidelines to obtain some training. The purpose of the training is for you to become employed. And we want to train you in a system that's going to enhance your current skills. So we want to take you to the next level. We don't want to go sideline, and we definitely don't want to go down. Because the idea is if you go down, chances are your income is going to go down. But we want your income to stay or enhance and grow. That's the whole purpose of job training and tuition assistance. Again, it's based on some assessments and some eligibility. Free access to internet and job listings. Again, the computer access, you have the opportunity to research the different employment. So some people may say, I don't have internet, or the library is timed. Okay, so you have access here. Computer software tutorials. So if you're not sure what software tutorials to take, ask your career consultant. Say, hey, I think I want to do project management. I think I want to do some more administrative. I think I want to do marketing. Great, let's sit together. Let's go to one of the free computer software training websites, and let's read the description, and we'll read it together with them and say, okay, this can take you in this direction, this can take you in this direction, and this kind of keeps you where you are. What do you wish to do? We're still not sure. We're going to go back to that career assessment. So again, we're here to support, and as career consultants, we'll do that. So computer software tutorial, and then a library of career information and books. We have some books in the back where if you're not sure of how to write your cover letter, we'll pull the book and see examples of cover letters, and we can also give you some recommended sites that have some good cover letters. So now we're not going to encourage you copy it.
No.
It's not a good idea.
No.
But we definitely want you to have a good tool so that
Yeah.
you can see something that'll help you. Because remember, your cover letter is like an introduction. That's what's going to get the employer to say, I want you to come. And I'll give you an example. I was taking a resume writing workshop, and our facilitator was telling us about an organization. She works for alcoholic beverage theaters.
Okay.
And they had just hired a VP of marketing that had nothing to do with what he was hired to do, which was interesting. We were like, well, how did that happen? And I was like, that must have been a super resume. She said, actually, I asked myself, and they said he had an excellent cover letter. So apparently, I'm going to say it was XYZ beer. So in his cover letter, he started off as I'm watching the sunset, sitting back on my chair, having my XYZ beer, nice and refreshing. I'm writing this cover letter to introduce you to myself. And I start to think of the times when I've enjoyed this, like in college when I had it with, and he painted such a picture of all the times in his life that he's had that beer that they were like, we want you on board.
Right.
So that was like such so as you
Right.
can see.
And for marketing and sales, this is like a VP of marketing and sales. I
Yeah.
mean, it makes sense to be able to use your experiences to try to tap into other people's experiences, and that's how you can market to other people's experiences. They probably looked at that a little bit as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So how his skill set really would complement nicely with the work that he's going to be doing.
Absolutely. So that's a perfect example. So library of career information and books. So we'll work with those to see how we can market you or market the customer. So one-stop on-site services. So with regards to career development workshops, we have mapping and quality job search, EQ factor workshop, successful interviewing skills, getting the most out of Emily, resume writing clinic, effective job search using Emily, job club for reentry, and career club. These are all workshops that that customers can attend for free.
How much does it cost again?
Nada, free,
Nada,
zero,
free,
zip.
zero. Wow, that's a good price.
And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You do the research online how much any of these workshops would cost if you had to pay for them. But the center offers them, and as career consultants, we really encourage our customers to take advantage of them. Our facilitators are great. Many are in-house, and some are from outside organizations where they have insight to what employers are looking for. So definitely. And then we have assessment tools, various assessments, skill assessment tools online. TABE assessment, test of adult basic education, so that helps us with determining the level of knowledge that the person has and where they may go or what additional resources they may need. Prove-it assessments, where if you say you can type 50 words a minute, guess what? I want to see if you can do it. So we'll give you the prove-it typing assessment. On your mark, get set, no.
Right.
So, and it tells us basically your skill. And there, the prove-it assessment has a huge list of Microsoft products that you can prove your knowledge. And once you've taken the assessment and prove it, you can refer that. Many employers are aware of that and will accept that. And then career inventory assessment tools that help you again. What have you done? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go next? So these are some of the on-site services.
Okay.
So the Prince George One-Stop Career Center, it provides access to federal and local programs funded by the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. So this is where, as career consultants, we spend most of our time. The main goal of WIOA, is employment first. That's our main goal. So although we'd love to meet all the people that we can have the opportunity to meet and then conversate and learn about their life and learn about where they're going next and then get the successful stories. I'm making XYZ. I'm like, that's 6 figures. Yes, that's what I'm like, that's so awesome. We really need to work on the ones that are not employed. So we're doing everything we can to ensure employment is first. So if you want the training opportunities, because it's going to help you become employed. So WIOA services to provide intensive career development assistance through a comprehensive employment plan, which includes career counseling, comprehensive assessment, career mapping and progression plan, skills assessment, labor market research and comparative analysis, and referral to supportive services. So as you can see, some of the tools that you already use in the center, you can transfer them over when you're working with us as career consultants to see if we're going to take you to the training. Career guidance and counseling. So we help with the skills training. The WIOA Act provides funds for training to upgrade skill sets and earn industry credentials if eligibility is met. So the training has to be connected to a credential. We want you to earn that certified project management PMP certification or the certified SHRM organization. So I'm not endorsing these organizations, but it's just an example of we want you to get your license in XYZ. So we work with career comprehensive assessments. We also have an on-the-job training program. So if you say, I have these skills, I'm a project manager, I have my certification, but I don't have the practice. So then we work with an organization to see if they're willing to train you and give you a couple projects, and you'll receive payment. You're their employee. And after a certain amount of time working with them, They either hire you on board or you have the practice, and now when we go to look for employment opportunities, you have everything that's needed.
Right.
Then there's short-term pre-vocational services, development of an individual employment plan. This is where we put everything that you think you need and everything that we think you need, and then together we work towards achieving those goals. Provision of labor market information. Again, what does it mean to you? What do all these numbers mean? Information on available training. We help you see what's available with who and where. So not every organization, university, or school is an approved training provider. They have to meet certain regulations, and so once they do, then they're on the list. And then referral to supportive services, career guidance, and counseling continue. So labor market information. Maryland Workforce Exchange website has links to detailed labor market information as well as additional websites.
Right.
And materials that give detailed information on current labor market trends. So if we know that something's growing, we want to jump on that. So a lot of people say IT. Yes, but what specific IT trends? Security. Oh, okay, security. So I'm not going to go and learn this IT certification or credential because I know that if I get my security, or if I have security, the next level. So which specialty? And that's where labor market trends help. And labor market research and comparative analysis, how fast is it growing, and do I want to be part of that? This, we help that it makes sense to you. We work with you so that you understand it. And resume development. There, as we've mentioned before, resume workshops as well as one-on-one sessions to assist with this. There's a website where you can upload your resume, and then you upload the job description, and then it gives you a match. It tells you how well your resume matches with an organization. If you're not at like 80%, then chances are they're not going to give you a call. And it could be something as different as administrator and administration. So we have to pay attention to what they're looking for. Now, I'm not going to tell you get your resume and change it so it looks exactly like a job description, because they're going to say you just changed your name and you gave us back. Do you really know how to do everything? But we'll help you see, hey, have you done X, Y, Z? And people maybe have, and they just didn't think to put that in their resume because, oh, well, this is the resume that I use for everything. So as a career consultant, we're going to help you make those connections and find the key words. We also have the federal resume workshop and then career mapping and progression plan that adjusts to your resume needs.
Okay.
So WIOA career development pre-vocational services. Pre-vocational services are activities and workshops that will prepare an individual for employment. They include communication skills, networking techniques, interviewing skills, personal presentation skills, professional conduct, and marketing yourself via your resume. There are a couple of the workshops help you with your 30-second or your elevator pitch. They also, some of the workshops assist with how to, like, they'll record you and ask you interview skills so that you can see what the employer is seeing. Because many times we don't realize what we do, like I talk with my hands. And sometimes that might not be a great idea because the employer's like, okay, I'm paying attention to her hands. But if you watch yourself in the video, then you're like, okay, so then maybe I'm going to do something to keep my hands to myself. Or like, as some of you may have noticed, sometimes I talk a little really too fast, but when you watch yourself on the video, you're like, okay, I'm going to take it slower.
Exactly, más
despacio. So then, WIOA Career Development Services, Labor Market Information. It identifies transferable skills and abilities as it relates to your occupational goals, provides information on occupations in demand, employment trends, emerging markets, educational certification requirements, salary information, working environments, and identifies related occupations. Salary information is very important because we have to think about if we go to an organization and we say, I want to make $40 an hour and the trend is 25, then are you going to get that employment?
You probably won't get that pay rate.
Exactly. So they'll probably offer less. But are you willing to take less, or are you like, no, if I don't get my 40 because I have these years of experience, but the industry is not working on the years of experience, and that particular organization is working with
the industry.
Exactly. So that's why salary information, knowing labor market information is important. You want to market yourself the best that you possibly can, and you want to ensure that you get the best salary possible. So WIOA Career Development Services, creation of individual employment plan. This is where we write your goals. As career consultants, we're going to write a justification for training, We're going to write your employment goals and objectives, comprehensive assessment of skills and abilities. So we're going to write down this person has this or that degree, or this person's going for this or that training. Evaluations of skills and experience. So we'll make some details about your resumes. If there are any barriers to employment, if transportation is an issue, then we're not going to send you to a school that's 3 counties away.
Right.
We're going to do the best that we can close by. Plan to overcome barriers. So if right now it's a matter of changing schedules with the spouse or organizing something with the family, then we'll give you time to speak with the family and we'll say, hey, this person's working on this. How can you assist? Or we'll give you referrals to another organization, for example, childcare, that could potentially help you with childcare packages. So in the individual employment plan, we write the steps to achieve our career goals.
All right.
We will work with you to remove some of the barriers. The ability to complete training successfully is very important. We also work with the assessment results, labor market findings. We wanted to go up availability of funding and availability of approved training providers. Not all schools are on the list. Following up, we stay with you from the beginning until after you finish your training and are employed. We will communicate with you. We'll send you emails, we'll send you phone calls. We love success stories. We verify eligibility of all our participants, provide the facts with regards to WIOA, follow up, report, because we report to the Department of Labor. We make documentation and make copies of your credentials and your employment, and we'll check. If we get in contact with you, we'll check with the employer, we'll check with the school what happened. So customer accountability, we need you to stay in touch as well. You need to verify your email and your phone numbers in MWE. We need you to check your email on a daily basis for important emails from the WIOA team members or career consultants. We need you to complete your individual employment plan steps to keep your appointments, because it's important. If you don't keep them with us, what are the probabilities that we can help you? Very slow, because if you're not here, remember at the beginning we said the only person that can make this happen for you
is you.
Exactly. So if there's anything that's changing from you being able to complete your return, your employment goals and return to us, then we need you to inform us. That way we can make the adjustments, because we really want you to be successful in your employment plan. Inform your career consultants when you become employed. After 60 days of inactivity where you submitted the paperwork but we never moved forward to registration, then the file is shredded. And again, we love you to share your success stories. So what if I'm not eligible for WIOA at this time? In other words, training funds? It's okay. As you can see, there's so many services available. We will find a way to assist you and support you in your employment search. As career consultants, we take great pride in doing what we do and assisting our customers. We work with a lot of really great people, and so we will assist you in providing you the tools and resources to help you get back in the workforce. And I'd like to acknowledge this material, this presentation had a lot of hands, as you can see, Ms. Gonzalez, Ms. Santiago, Ms. and Ms. Williams, the 2 wonderful people, and then I'm your presenter. I thank you for your time.
And I want to thank you for your time. I'm going to check and see if we have any questions before we conclude. But I want to give a special thank you to Ms. Marin for presenting such a magnificent overview of all the resources we have. So it looks like we don't have any questions, which is fine. But if you do have questions, there's a way to contact us. Oops, let me go back to that. You can contact the Prince George's One Stop Career Center at 301-618-8425. And you can come in again between Monday and Thursday. It's 8 to 4 p.m. And then on Friday, it's 8 to 2 p.m. Right? So there's a lot of time to come in for to get a consultation. And I have a question. So does someone need to call in before they come in to the One Stop Center, or can they come in without an appointment?
They can come in without an appointment. They do have to follow the process. They'll work with our information desk staff. That staff is going to refer them to a career service specialist. Career service specialist will evaluate them and then make the referral to the career consultant, and that is the path.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have an appointment before you come to our building. So just come on over to 1801 McCormick Drive, Suite 120. If you can't find it, when you walk in the building, ask somebody, and hopefully they'll be able to point you in the right direction. But again, I want to thank Ms. Claudia Marin for a wonderful, wonderful overview of the resources and the type of consultants that our job seekers are able to communicate with. So With that, thank you for visiting us for today's webinar Wednesdays, and we're going to end the show. Have a great day.